And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Block 40.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow. Drill green. Set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 10 black, white.
Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Back at the 17-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. You look at this Carolina defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
32. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. Still going. Touchdown, Carolina. Luke Musgrave, 65 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give up the middle. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
Now Love. That one caught by Rice. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Ready?
Love looking to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
10 black. Red, yellow.
On 4th down, Love got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Down. Yellow, 43. Ready.
To the air again, Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at this Jaguar defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only Week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Ready?
Love from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
Come on, set. Blue. Hey, blue. Blue striker. White blue. Edo blue. White. Green jack. Hut.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Black one. 30%.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now he's free at the 35. Jaguars. A big play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Switch, yellow. 10 cycle. There, hut.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. Now he's free at the 35. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 70 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Stays on his feet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 140 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st down, Jaguars.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 70 Lion.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got this down to the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Part of their strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Green Jack.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Black, ready, ready. 10 black, snap, ready. Black Ultra, ready.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing. Love. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Rashee Rice, 52 yards. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A gain of 3.
They're going to try and throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The extra point splits the uprights. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, Frank.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Blaster, stick.
Here's Love. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
You don't blue. 60 red. 60 red. Black ultra. Claws red. Set.
Love now. They'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
50, green. Drill green. Slide blue. Black shot. Green jack. Fury, yellow. Smash, red. Spike, white. Stick, mega. Cut, cut.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Hey,
First
blue.
and 10 at the
Red,
46-yard
striker.
line.
Blue striker. Red, yellow. Cut, cut.
To throw now, here's Love. They'll drop that down to Hubbard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Down, zoom, black. Yellow, 22. Blaster, 6. Steel, Edo, blue. Black Ultra. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completed out left to Downs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
60 Vikings, 60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll run with Brooks. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19, 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chuba Hubbard as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Going after it right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
Yeah, we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The play fake. He'll look to throw. All right, open, complete. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jags have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
19, Bronco 80.
Back to throw here.
Short throw to Musgrave.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now third down 2:36 to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warrior, 70. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Now back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
4-yard gain.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lion, Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos. 19 type, 19 type.
Again, he'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Rice. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
For a Panthers 1st down.
Cup 19.
1st and 10
Cup.
at the
Here we go. Here we
29-yard
go.
line.
Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Huck.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
19, Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
At the Jaguars 15-yard line.
18 Rattler, Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, trap 60, 79 Broncos.
They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Panthers. Rashee Rice, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Jaguars 38,
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff running through the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll try and do that. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
And it's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going to try and throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And the Panthers, first down.
Hold the ready.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. Hut.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have his few kicks.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
It's now 2nd down and 6.
And they'll give them another shot here on the ground.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Check white. Set, ready. Grip, check black. Red, cycle. Set.
Love. 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Cowboy 80.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Lions. 68, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 8 yards out.
And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with it. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Inside the 10.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving. Keep them.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, kill! Tomato.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the right. Now the ball comes loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Recovered by the offense.
Hey, Jupiter. Here we go.
On play action, Lawrence.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
They go play action with Lawrence. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Going for the deep ball.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The spot in the fourth quarter to that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
That's pulled in by Brooks. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready. 19, 18, Mustang 19. 19 right. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Banjo.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how outside this game has been, even one score, you might not throw a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
At the 32-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Here we go.
Etienne up the middle.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, left track.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
To the left side, he's got McMillan.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going in. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Panthers, first down.
18, Hawk, 70.
First and goal at the 40.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Absolutely